Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today we are back with another episode. Well, not another episode, but we are back with another upcoming movies video here today on my channel. So I thought I might show you guys some more upcoming movies that are coming out. So on this web, I found all these upcoming movies, guys, from 2020 to 2025 with all these upcoming movies, but there's a little bit more upcoming movies on this IMDb website. So I might present to you the more upcoming movies, but on my last upcoming movies video, I did it on a different website that didn't really have a whole lot of movies. That is called the Movie Web, but this website here is more. It has more upcoming movies on it, and then there's some on this website, guys, that were not on that website that I was last on when we did my last upcoming movies video, when I showed you guys those. And also, guys, if there's other videos you guys want me to do, comment down below on what you want me to do next. And don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I upload. But anyway, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get into these upcoming movies. So they're making another Avatar. They're making an Avatar 2. And I think that was one of the ones that was listed on the website that we were on in my last upcoming movies video. And then they were making a Hancock 2. So they are for sure making an Avatar 2 because they started filming it. And it says here they're pre-production. They're doing a pre-production for Hancock 2, so that will come out. And they're also making the Adventures of Tintin 2. They announced it. They're making a Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2 coming out in 2020. It says it's pre-production. So guys, the Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2, I probably can tell you guys for sure that that's not going to be a Roger Rabbit prequel, because if you guys saw that video where I told you guys 3 Disney movies that got canceled, you might remember what I said about them not making a Roger Rabbit prequel, but it says right here they're making a Roger Rabbit 2. I don't know why they're making a Roger Rabbit 2, because people didn't want the Roger Rabbit prequel, because when the first Roger Rabbit came out, people did not want the prequel because Roger Rabbit was Disney, but then people didn't want the prequel because Roger Rabbit was almost inappropriate enough for Disney not to do. So I don't know what's the use of Disney doing a Roger Rabbit 2. I don't understand why, but continuing. They're making a Beetlejuice 2, it says announced. And then they're making an Indiana Jones 5, it says announced, and knew for sure already. They're making the Lost Symbol. And in case you guys don't know what that is, it's actually a book series, and they made movies for those book series, because They did because they made the Da Vinci Code, and then they made Angels and Demons, and then they did Info. Now they're doing the Lost Symbol because it says announced, and it says Sherlock Holmes 3. They're making another one of those. And then they're also making another Austin Powers. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know what Austin Powers is, but some of you guys have not. But they are making a Sherlock Holmes 3, Austin Powers 4. I actually saw the preview. Sorry, guys. I actually saw the preview for the first one, and it didn't look like something I wanna be interested in, but so I'll probably not see that one. They're making another Rush Hour movie. They're making another Yogi Bear, it says announced. And Disney's making something called Disenchanted. I don't know what Disenchanted is gonna be, but since it's Disney, to me that's gonna be sounded like a sequel to the Disney movie Enchanted. And they're making another Get Smart. It says announce. It says they're making another Karate Kid. And it says announced. The Karate Kid is actually going to be the sequel to the newer remake. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. But if that is, but it says Karate Kid 2. I never actually seen the Karate Kid movies, but I've never seen any of the Karate Kid movies, and I probably will never see them because I think karate is stupid. And they're making another Dodgeball. I'm sure if you guys are old enough to watch that movie, the one with Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller, if you guys have seen that movie, you might know which one I'm talking about. So they're making a Dodgeball 3. I'm at Dodgeball 2, and it says announced, and they're making an Avatar 3. It says they're also filming that one too. And they're also making The Chronicles of Narnia, The Silver Chair, and it says they announced it. Oz Great and Powerful 2, it says announced. And they're making a National Treasures 3, that also says announced. And they're also making Kill Bill Volume 3. If a lot of you guys are young, you guys might not know what Kill Bill is. It's highly inappropriate for young children because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and Quentin Tarantino, he is a director, and he only directs R-rated movies, and all of his movies are filled with a lot of violence and blood and gore. So it's not appropriate for young children. And I'm not even allowed to watch Kill Bill. And they're also making another Van Helsing. That's a remake, and it said announced. And if you guys are old enough to watch it, they're also making another movie called The Heat. They're also making The Heat 2. If you guys are old enough, you might know that they're watching it. You guys might know that they're making that. Okay. So then they're making a Bruce Almighty sequel. I don't really know for sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a third one, but because there was Bruce Almighty, the first one, and then they made a sequel to it called Evan Almighty. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a number 3. You guys might want to write these movies down in case you care about what these movies are coming out. They're also making another movie for The Expendables 4, and it says right here it's announced. So if you guys are old enough to watch those movies with Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone, you might know what the Expendables movies are. Third Tintin film. I have no idea what that is. That might be another Avengers, another than the Avengers of Tintin movie. Okay. So let's see here. I'm scrolling. What else have I seen on here? Peter Pan. I actually just went through this, guys, before this video. Oh, it says here they're also making another Police Academy. They're also making a remake on Police Academy, and it says they announced it. And they're making an Avatar 4. It says they're pre-producing it. And they're also making a Fantastic Beasts 3. I already knew that. For this video, it says pre-producing too. Okay. Now, they're making another Madagascar, that animation movie. It says they post-produced it. I don't know what that means, but they are making another one. They're also making Justice League Part 2, and it said announced. And they're also making a Goonies 2, so that's, and they said it's also announced. They're also making another movie for The Last Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel. You guys probably know what that is. And that also says announced. Need for Speed 2, that also says announced. A lot of you guys probably heard about that. I've seen that, but it was a very, very, very long time ago that I saw it. I think I do remember what it's about, but it's been a very long time since I've seen it. And it says announced. And they're making a Now You See Me 3. I already knew that too. And it says announced. Bad Boys 4. They're also making a Bad Boys 4. But I've never seen the Bad Boys movies, guys. But I'm sure if you guys are old enough, you probably have seen it, and if you guys know what those movies are. I'm not even allowed to watch them, because they are making a Bad Boys 4, because the third one just came out in January 2020, as a matter of fact, so that one just got made, and then they're also making a Bad Boys 4. And then and then it says announced. The Batman, I forgot about that they were making that one and coming out in 2021. It says announced. And they're making a Fast and the Furious 10. And as you guys know, they're also making a Fast and the Furious 9. But that doesn't come out until like 2022. It was supposed to come out, I'm at 2021. It was supposed to come out in 2020 in May, but then they moved it because of the coronavirus. So now it's coming out in 2021. And then they're making a Fast and the Furious 10. And it says announced, but from what I heard, after Fast and the Furious 10, that will be the last Fast and the Furious movie. And that one's coming out in 2022, but it was supposed to come out in 2021, but then they moved it to 2022 because they had to move Fast and the Furious 9 to 2021. So basically, guys, the reason they move movies to the best dates whenever they need to move them to a better date, because like, so let's say hold on, guys. Let me think of a movie. Okay, so let's say they're making a Pokemon Detective Pikachu 2, and then it's coming out in August 10th, and then on that same day they're making another, and in that same month they're making another Over the Hedge 2, and then there's a bunch of other sequels coming out in that same month, and then all those movies are getting very popular because they need to move movies to a different date because everybody's paying from another movie rather than that sequel, so they need to move it so they can make money on that movie that's coming out on that date. But then they move the movie to another better date because so they can make money on that one too, as a matter of fact. So they are still alive. They just need to just move them. Okay, guys. So we finished up with Fast and the Furious 10, so we're moving on. Okay, nothing right there. Okay. San Andreas 2, they're making another one of those, but I never seen San Andreas, but I actually been wanting to watch that. And then the New Mutants, that says it's coming out. It was supposed to come out in 2020, but then they had to move it because of the coronavirus, but it looks like it's still coming out in 2020. I don't know for sure if it's coming out in 2020, but it says right there, but I don't know because I haven't seen a 2020 release date for it after they moved it, so I don't really know for sure if it's actually coming out in 2020. It might come out in 2021, but we'll check that out later, and I'm sure, and I'll get back to you on when that's actually going to come out, or if it's actually been moved to a later 2020 date. Okay, moving on. So I actually already knew that they were making a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I actually mentioned that in my last upcoming movies video because as I already knew that they were making that one. And then they're making a Gremlins 3, and that says announced, but it says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, they're pre-producing it. Sorry about that, guys. Tapped on a movie. If you guys know what Gremlins is, you might actually know. But they are making a Gremlins 3, it says they announced it. It says they're also making a Sing 2. It says they're filming it right now. I actually already knew that they were making that too. And then they're making a Minions 2, The Rise of Gru. So basically, guys, this Minions movie is not going to be for Despicable Me 4. It's actually going to be a sequel to the Minions movie. So if you guys have seen the Minions movie, you guys might know what it is. So the Minions movie is a story about the Minions' life and how they met Gru, but they don't meet Gru until the end. But then it's about that throughout the entire movie, it's about them finding a master. So basically, that was before they even met Gru. And then the sequel is gonna be the continuation of Minions of the story about the Minions because that is how they became more great soup. That's the story about after they met Gru at the end in the last movie, and all the great adventures that they were on when they were with Gru. they were with Gru, that they were with Gru when he was a little boy and before he was all grown up. After we see Minions 2, guys, they moved it because of the coronavirus, and so it comes out in 2021 now. And then they're also making another movie. They're also making another Suicide Squad. They're also making another James Bond movie called No Time to Die. So basically, guys, No Time to Die is another James Bond movie that's actually gonna come out in 2020, because it was supposed to come out on April 2020, but then they moved it to November 2020 because of the coronavirus. So it's still going to come out in 2020, they just moved it to a later date in the year. Bill and Ted Music, the Face of Music, I forgot about that. That's actually, Keanu Reeves is actually going to be in that. I don't know if that's going to be if that's going to be a third movie for Ted. I'm not even allowed to watch Ted because that's rated R. Pretty sure it is, though. I don't really know for sure. They're also making another Coming to America. It says pre-production. And then they're making an Aquaman 2 in 2022, so it says announced. And I already know that they're making a John Wick Chapter 4, but it says announced. And then The Matrix 4 has already been announced. I believe they're already filming it right now, even though it still says announced. And then they're also making Joker 2. I believe that's going to be a sequel to, I don't know if that's going to be a sequel to the newer Joker movie that came out, or if it's going to be a sequel to another Joker movie that I've never seen. They're making a sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard. If you guys are old enough to watch that, you guys might know what The Hitman's Bodyguard is. I'm not allowed to watch that either. It's got Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, but it's actually, this one, the sequel is actually going to be called The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. And it says it's pre-production. And they're also making a Chicken Run 2 that says announced in 2022. I don't really know for sure. And they're also making Gladiator 2, and that it says announced. And then they're also making The Croods 2. It says they're still filming that. And then it says that they're making a sequel to the Halloween movie, the newer 2018 version. As a matter of fact, it says completed. And it says The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So that's actually coming out. That's actually coming out in 2020. That's actually coming out in 2020. And then they're also making Escape Room 2. That's coming out in 2020, it says. And they're making Ghostbusters Afterlife, coming out in 2021. And then it says they're making A Legally Blonde 3, coming out, and it says already announced. If you guys might know what that is if you're old enough. Then they're also making another Godzilla and King Kong movie. It's called Godzilla vs. King Kong. They're actually making a Godzilla 3 also. And they're also coming out with another Hobbs and Shaw 2, and I'm also very excited for that. And it said post-production. And then they're also making A Quiet Place Part 2, coming out in 2020. It's supposed to come out on March 2020, but then it moved to September 2020, so it got moved to a later date. And then they're making a Hotel Transylvania 4 coming out in 2021. And it says announced, and then it says they're making a Thor 3. I meant a Thor 2. Wait, it's Thor 4. And it says pre-producing. And it says Halloween 3 ends, so that's actually going to come out in 2021. But I don't know, guys. The one that I just mentioned, Halloween 2, the sequel to the 2018 version. I don't know when that one's I don't know if that one's actually going to get moved, but it's supposed to come out in October 2020. So I don't know if that's going to be moved or not, but if it's going to be moved to 2021, then this one will probably get moved to 2022. Just so you guys are aware. They're making another Mission Impossible 2021, and it says announced. They're making a Doctor Strange 2, it says pre-production. They're also making a Tomb Raider 2 2021, it says announced. And the Boss Baby 2 2021, and it says announced. Mission Impossible 8, that's also announced in 2022. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that's also announced in 2022. They're also making a Pirates of the Caribbean 6, that also says announced. I don't know how to pronounce this name, guys, but it's going to be part of the Saw movies, and it's actually coming out in 2021, and it says complete. Okay. So what's on this? I have no idea what this movie is. It looks like that is it, guys, for this upcoming movies video. So, guys, that was a lot of that was a lot of upcoming movies for this video. And there wasn't a whole lot in my last upcoming movies video that I did. So anyway, guys, I thought it might be a good idea to present to you these movies, but I'm not exactly sure. But those other ones that didn't have a date, I'm pretty sure those are the ones that are going to come out the year after. Those are probably going to come out after 2022, because there was a couple of upcoming movies that didn't have the date, so that's and they didn't have the year listed, so I'm guessing those are going to come out after. Those ones that didn't have the date, they're going to come out after 2022, it looks like. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this upcoming movies video, even though it took me a while. I have no idea what this movie is, so that's why I didn't mention it. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this upcoming movies video again. Make sure to go watch my other upcoming movies video again, and make sure and grab a piece of paper and rewatch this upcoming movies video, guys, whenever you have the time to. And also grab a piece of paper and a writing utensil while you're watching both of these videos, and write down all the upcoming movies that I just mentioned in this video, just so you guys know. But anyway, guys, if you guys want to see more videos, comment down below on what you want me to do next. And don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!